I asked people to recommend me books they didn't like, and now I'm reading them. I am now 258 pages, or 75% of the way through book 25 of this challenge, which was Local Woman Missing. I am flying through this, clearly. Leo, who is Delilah's brother, he has become my favorite POV. I look forward to his chapters specifically. His experience and emotional journey with all of this has been very compelling to read. And it's also the only time that we get to see Delilah in the present, given that she hasn't narrated a chapter since the first 10% of the book. And all of the chapters with all the other narrators since that point have, besides Leo, have been in the past. And almost being done with the book, I can see why dueling timelines were chosen to tell this story, but I just really don't like that narrative structure. Okay, so even though it makes sense for the story, it's still bothering me, but I know that that's a me thing. The other thing, and this has been bothering me with progressively higher intensity as I've gotten further in the book, is the writing. I talked a little bit about the awkward and a choppy and abrupt way the sentences are structured, and that's one thing. What I mean right this second is the literal writing. There has been a tendency to restate the same thing in 3 different ways in 3 sentences back to back to back. There's been some perhaps gratuitously dramatic internal monologue for very mundane things. There's a lot of really heightened exaggeration, and that's putting me off a little bit. It's still a pretty mindless read, and I do mean that as a compliment, despite the fact that it did not come out like one. Seeing how the lives of all the people in this town overlap and all of their direct or indirect connections to the people who had disappeared is actually kind of fun to read. Almost every single one of the characters that we have met is sketch or suspicious in one way or another, and they don't always make the best choices, but what kind of story would it be if everyone always did the right thing, you know? I still have no firm guess as to how this book is going to end, but as previously stated, I'm not really trying to figure it out. My brain has been in low power mode for this one. I am interested to see how this is going to wrap up, so we'll see.